Anyhow, well, good morning or good afternoon, Tuesday afternoon. It's me here, and seems been fairly kind of okay. I've been trying to spoke with my dear fiance, hey baby, early this morning or late afternoon or evening her time, just to make sure that everything's going well and all that, and everything's going fine. And I've been doing my usual searches and all that. God only knows how it is these days and trying to get another job going again. It's one of those days, it's just you try to find it and there's nothing out there, and other days you find there's so many out there and it's like you try to apply to all of them and nothing's happening. Anyhow, I'm still hopeful here, still trying to do the things that I got to do, and I've been tinkering on that Audio City thing there, the application that I've been using with my editor there, and it seems like it's going well. And I'm finally finalizing at least a little storyline there for a story that maybe that will turn out to be something good. So as of yet, the day is not done, and we still got a lot of stuff to do. So the day is not done. We're going to come back in and out here and there during the day and give you some updates. Not only that, the fun thing about doing editing, video editing and audio editing, is you get to use some software that you don't usually use on a daily basis. Like to do these vlogs as an example, which I use OpenStep, which is a good little application. Took me a couple of tries to get used to, but it's functioning very well for what I need it for. And I can transfer the videos over from my main machine that I download the videos off of my camera to the machine directly via my small network. So it's a great little thing there, so I can actually pull it off and put the raw files together and put little screenshots together as well. As you have seen in some of my other vlogs, like pictures that come in and then come out to the screen, and also title screens as well, which I find very useful. Sometimes just a little pizzazz to spring things up, which is, I think, is always a good thing, even for a simple vlog. That's always what I try to do. And not only that, I suggest for other people who are doing vlogs themselves, spice it up a little bit, show them what you can do, learning and doing the stuff that you do for vlogs, which is a good thing, and I find that's also helpful. Same thing for the Audio City there as well, to add in some music and whatever else, and voiceovers if you want to, and mute the actual stuff that you're working with, and then putting that in. It's also helpful too. I may do that once my fiance and I are together and we're doing stuff together and all that, and maybe bring everybody to a couple of places that we'll go to once we're together, and produce something really nice. Hopefully everything will turn out well with those ones as well too. So those might be outside of our normal vlogging once we're together, but that'll be another vlog in itself altogether. So let me get back to you soon. So for now, stay by with me, and we'll be right back shortly. Hey ho! You know what I just realized? On my way back, going back home, and I had to stop here at a parking lot because I didn't want to drive and use my webcam at the same time here. I didn't need to get another ticket. Anyhow, on my way back home, or on my way going back home, I get this call. So park over to the side. The laws here in Canada, you're not allowed driving with your cellular device and answering calls. The only way around that you're allowed to do it is via Bluetooth with a little earpiece. So pulled over, answer the call. It was a company I don't recognize. I'm going to go get back home and do a follow-up that way. I'm going to do what they call is like a trace of their phone number to see who it is, and then give them a call via landline, because this is becoming a part of annoyance. And I know people will get calls unannounced at odd hours. This is one of them, and I usually don't pick up phones, because for the simple fact is I don't know who's calling. Usually if it's something important, they can leave a message. If they don't leave a message, then it's not important. It can go by the wayside. And it's starting to peeve me off here with companies that are doing these unnecessary cold calls. And now, people who may not know what cold calling is, it's when they have people in sales calling other people to try to make a sale, try to get them to buy their services. I'm not into that much, really, depending on the service itself, and most of the times, and I tell this to the honest ones that are making the cold calls to me, look, it's this and that, whatever the reason. Some of them I tell them, look, I know you're trying to do your job, I understand, and I said to them, I know this is being recorded, please take me off, or please, no thank you, when I'm ready, I'll call back. Some of them are really good, and they respect that, and even their superiors listen to the calls, and they can hear it saying, look, I don't need it, and they respect that. But this one here has been calling me the last couple of times, and it's starting to miff me off. Now I'm going to go back in to try to give them a call and make sure that they do not call me again, for the simple fact I don't need this type of harassment. These companies have done it so many times, not this one particular, but quite across the board, and also scammers. I had one not too long ago try to say, oh yeah, your computer's sending viruses out, and I said, oh really? And I told them, I said, well look, I have this type of machine, and it's running this type of operating system, which is not Windows based. And they're going, oh shit. I go, and you're calling me saying my thing there? And I said, stop lying, get the fuck out. And pardon my language here, I usually don't swear that much, and when I do, it's justifiable cause, and in most cases they scrape quite quickly, because they realize that I know what I'm talking about, and they're in over their head with me. And in some cases they just run because they know for some reason that they're in over their heads with people who already know about computers, and especially those who are running either OS X or the Linux operating system. And I happen to run two other machines that are running either the Linux or the OS X, which is the Apple's operating system on the Mac Mini and the current line machines. So with that being said, I just wanted to hear this out, because this is something really becoming really funny now at this point, which I can only laugh at, and kind of let people know, if you start getting calls like this where they're just don't take it. It's not worth the time or the hassle. Anyhow, I'm going to get back home, try to finish off my day here, and also add up some extra stuff here for the vlog as well. I thought to bring this here aboard because this is something that I find really hilarious. Anyhow, I'll be back a little bit later with some more vlogging here. Anyhow, yeah, found out there a little bit over an hour ago, that phone number that I had received earlier on today was actually from a telemarketer. I ran the phone number against a couple of known databases that are out there on the internet, and it seems like it was a telemarketing scam where they try to call you and have you do surveys. And I looked at that and it's like, no way, no thank you. So I deleted it off of my phone, and I know for next time around not to answer something like this, and it's becoming more frequent. So instead of me getting pissed off and all that, I just deleted it off of my list. And for things like that, I'm not going to even answer the phone when I see them come in. Just better off leaving them as thinking that I'm not answering the phone or I'm not there. So this is something that everybody should do, especially when it comes to something like that. If they have a message, let them leave it on my phone. Until then, no more answering my phone on my cellular device. So till then, they are going to be left anonymously and no reply back. This is becoming more and more often for people who own cell phones, and I usually tell even my parents. They received one not too long ago, and I had to do a quick background check, and I told them it's a number that does that, and they didn't have understanding why. And I told them the reason behind it, and they kind of understand why it's happening, but still they're not too sure. You know how parents are who don't use their cell phones properly. At any rate, the day is still young, still have some shots to take, and I'll be back. So hang on with me, the vlogging day is not over yet, still got a lot to do. See you soon. Anyhow, so this is the last part of the vlog for today. Since I'm no longer I'm going to be screening most of my calls anyhow through my cell phone at this point in time. What I am going to do is I'm going to take a look in my manual for my cell phone to take a look to see how to block those type of calls coming in, so that way I know I have a list of blocked calls, so if that phone number ever tries to contact me again, it'll just hide it, because for the simple fact is I don't need to see that type of phone number coming in on my phone system at any rate. So far as I know right now, I just was able to delete it off. I'm still going to have to take a look in the manual. Manual usually will let me know how to do that. It's always good to know for those things how to, block calls like that, because you don't want annoying calls from the same number ever happening again. So this is one thing I had to learn on my own today, which is gangs of fun. I'm still trying to learn on my phone the certain things on it, the certain functions on it. So that's always going to be an ongoing issue with cell phones these days. And I'm hoping by now my beautiful fiancée is already up. Mentioned to her that I'm just going to go away to finish off this vlog and be back soon, and also grab a bite to eat, which is going to be chili dogs, or hot dogs and chili, which is good to eat. Very cheesy, very, how can I say, gaseous, to say the least. And I know I'm going to be farting oopsies, actually gaseous stuff, because of the spices. At any rate, for something like that, I know I'm going to be needing something to clear that down quite a bit. Anyhow, today was kind of a fun and an okay day. I'm not going to say it was a bad, and it wasn't too terrific. It was a so-so day. As for the audio that I'm still working up on, that's been coming okay. I'm still trying to tweak, or still trying to learn the ins and out of that application there. So that's still an ongoing issue, that just to try to get things worked through on it, because I want to make sure that the story that I have prepared for my beautiful fiance, and hopefully I'll be able to produce those out as well, maybe into audiobooks, something that would be more likely fun and definitely unique. So that will be always a good thing to put onto a resume as well, to do voiceovers and stuff like that. So at any rate, if you like what I'm doing here with my vlogs and you find them interesting, please put in the description or in the comments below any thoughts, any ideas, anything that you want to put down, good or bad. I usually like to see the good, preferably over the bad. And if you have any ideas that you guys want me to try to do, please mention them. Not only that, for the guys that are looking at my video, please subscribe, add a check mark, and leave some comments letting me know that you guys are new. I definitely read all the comments that come in, and I always will try to reply to each and every one of them. Please do. Okay? So, until next time, tomorrow's another new day. Have yourself a great morning, afternoon, or even evening, depending on where you are in your time zone. So until then, see you tomorrow. Have yourself a great, fantastic day.